For this video assignment, I have chosen to analyze the film Maleficent, directed by Robert Stromberg, specifically focusing on the mise-en-scène elements of costume and makeup used in the film. I chose this film because I wanted to explore the costume designer's attempt to desexualize female characters / Disney princesses, a trait that was previously very prevalent, especially in Disney films, through the use of makeup and costume. Head of Makeup and Prosthetics Arjun Tuitin effectively conveys Maleficent's power, status, and perhaps her wickedness through the use of prosthetics. Maleficent's extremely high and sharp cheekbones not only paid an accurate tribute to the animated version of the film, but also gave her that sultry, evil look, making her stand out as the powerful protagonist in the film. In contrast, Aurora wears modest, flowy gowns with color palettes consisting of white and pale pastels to emphasize her innocence and purity. An example of Disney's use of costume and makeup to promote a certain type of body or look could be seen in the 2015 adaptation of Cinderella, directed by Kenneth Branagh. Cinderella's ball gown, designed by Sandy Powell, creates an exaggerated hourglass figure, making Cinderella's waist appear extremely small. This was exaggerated even more post-production. Disney princesses have been accused of being the reason for unrealistic and unobtainable beauty standards among young girls and teenagers. With this 2014 version of Maleficent, I feel as though the director's aim is to move away from that and send a more positive message about female empowerment through the plotline enhanced by mise-en-scène of makeup and costume, instead of promoting sexuality or certain types of desirable bodies. An example of a non-Disney female-dominant film where clothing and style is extremely important is The Devil Wears Prada. The entire film basically revolves around clothing and how people perceive you based off of that. Miranda, played by Meryl Streep, is an extremely powerful woman, and her style reflects that, while the audience gets to see the style progression of Andy, played by Anne Hathaway. The film uses change of style and clothing to reflect Andy's changing personality. Ultimately, I chose to compare Maleficent to The Devil Wears Prada because of how clothing is used to portray power and change within female characters, instead of using it to provoke the male gaze. The final film I'm going to mention in this video is Roger Vadim's 1956 film And God Created Woman. I'm using this film to serve as a complete contrast in the way in which clothing and makeup is used to portray women, as well as to serve as a reference to show the progression of female representation in film, although of course this is not always the case. As Brigitte Bardot's character is an 18-year-old with a high sexual energy, to reflect that, she is often seen scantily clad with makeup that is generally deemed attractive to men, long lashes, rosy cheeks, and pouty lips. Her purpose is to entice male onlookers both on screen and in the audience. In conclusion, the 2014 live adaptation of Maleficent successfully portrays a powerful female role, not just through the plot, but through the use of the mise-en-scène elements of costume and makeup. Unlike previous Disney films, this adaptation does not center its protagonist around beauty. Although it is arguable that Angelina Jolie is a traditionally attractive actress, the use of prosthetics, animal skins, and other props have turned her into a feared countess. This film breaks the Disney stereotype of having a knight in shining armor saving you and living happily ever after.